Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me here on The News Now. I'm Harley Strickland, bringing you some of today's top stories and events going on in our area. Do want to remind you, whether you're watching on WTOC.com, the WTOC app, Roku, Amazon Fire, whatever it may be, you can only chat with me live here on The News Now on Facebook. So I have it pulled up here so I can see your comments. If you do have any questions, then you can leave those there. A lot of you already saying hello and waving at me today. Happy Saturday afternoon. Hope you've all had a great day, and I will be checking those comments throughout the News Now segment here. I do want to begin with a story we began following last night. We've got some new details today. The GBI is investigating a shooting in Port Wentworth as a murder-suicide. 3 people are dead and a child is seriously injured. The shootings happened on South Coastal Highway around 7 last night. The GBI says 32-year-old Rostrick Thompson shot and killed 28-year-old Monique Williams inside her car in the driveway. He then went inside and shot and killed 29-year-old Timothy Williams. He also shot a child multiple times. Investigators say Thompson then shot and killed himself in the back of the home. The GBI says there isn't a threat to the public, and the crime lab in Savannah will do autopsies on all 3 bodies. And of course, they will continue to investigate this case. And our own Crystal Howard is following up on this story today, and she'll bring you the latest details tonight on the news. Another story we've been following throughout the week: a veteran shot in the neck while walking his dog is finally getting some good news. Michael Gibson is still recovering from that shooting that happened Monday morning on Marsh Edge Lane near Coffee Bluff. He suffered serious injuries and may even be paralyzed for life. Despite that, Gibson just proposed to his girlfriend of 2 years, and she said yes. Here's a photo she posted there with the ring. The gunfire also damaged a home and car during that incident on early Monday morning. Savannah police detectives ask anyone living within a mile of the Marsh Edge neighborhood to check home surveillance video for any suspicious activity from around sundown on Sunday to 2 a.m. Monday morning. If you see anything that looks strange, they ask you to please call police and turn that footage over to them so they can maybe tie up some loose strings in this and kind of figure out what happened. Well, if you're looking for a new pet, you're in luck. Chatham County Animal Services is hosting a no-fee adoption event this Labor Day weekend. Shelter workers say they have plenty of cats, kittens, dogs that are looking for forever homes. All adoptions include age-appropriate vaccinations, heartworms, spay, neuter, and a microchip with free lifetime registration. The adoption event just wrapped up today, but it will continue Sunday from 1 until 4:30 in the afternoon at their location on Sally Mood Drive. Again, that's free pet adoption event at the Chatham County Animal Services building. Some cute pets there today. That event did go on today, but again, it continues tomorrow from 1 until 4:30. So you can go adopt a kitten or a dog or whatever you may please. Well, we want to take a live look outside right now at our Tybee Island Skycam. A beautiful day out there. A lot of people on the beach there celebrating Labor Day. The 11th annual Labor Day Beach Bash will be held tomorrow at the Tybee Island Pier and Pavilion. Free live entertainment will be provided by the Swinging Medallions from 7 until 10:30 tomorrow night, followed by a fireworks show around 9:15. The fireworks show can be viewed from Tybee's eastern beaches. Well, today was a big day for sports fans because football is back. Well, our own Jake Wallace will give you a look into some of today's games and what's to come tonight on the news.
Thanks, Harley. Yeah, it's an exciting Saturday for college football fans. The first of the season and some big games underway, including one in Athens. Georgia hosting Austin Peay currently at Sanford Stadium. Tim Guidera and Ken Griner are in Athens. They'll have more post-game reaction from the Dogs tonight on the news. Georgia Southern also getting ready to host South Carolina State at 6 o'clock at Paulson Stadium. We'll have highlights from the Eagles' season opener tonight on the news at 11. How about some games that are already in the books? And we'll start on the flats. Georgia Tech shuts out Alcorn State 41-0. The Yellow Jackets ran for 435 yards, and former Benedictine star Brad Stewart added a 24-yard touchdown catch in the third quarter as the Jackets move to 1-0. Number 2, Clemson, still undefeated. They win their 9th straight in Death Valley, 48-7 over Furman. Kelly Bryant ran for a touchdown, threw for another, and phenomenal freshman quarterback Trevor Lawrence threw for 3 touchdown passes for the Tigers. South Carolina winners over Coastal Carolina 49-15. Jake Bentley threw 4 touchdown passes, and Rico Dowdle added a rushing and a receiving touchdown of his own. The Gamecocks will host Georgia next week in Columbia. We've got all the stuff you need to know about college football's opening weekend coming up tonight on The News at 7 and The News at 11. Harley?
Well, thank you, Jake, for that update. Jake is actually headed to Statesboro for the Georgia Southern game kicking off tonight. You'll have those updates, of course, tonight on The News for you. Looking at the comments, people are making some comments about the dogs, saying the dogs are on fire. Someone was talking about the free pet adoption, saying they lost their pet. And someone saying you can go and save a life. That's a great way to save a life, and it'll even brighten your day. So everyone just talking about the football and all that. I do want to go back to that first story that we have those new updates on, story we've been following from yesterday. The GBI is investigating a shooting in Port Wentworth as a murder-suicide. 3 people are dead and a child is seriously injured. That shooting happened on South Coastal Highway around 7 o'clock last night. The GBI says 32-year-old Rostrick Thompson shot and killed 28-year-old Monique Williams inside her car in the driveway. He then went inside and shot and killed 29-year-old Timothy Williams. He also shot a child multiple times. Investigators say Thompson then shot and killed himself in the back of the house. The GBI says there isn't a threat to the public, and the crime lab in Savannah will do the autopsies on all 3 bodies. And again, like I said earlier, GBI is continuing to investigate this situation here, and of course our Crystal Howard will bring you updates tonight on The News. And again, our newscasts are tonight at 7 and 11. Be sure to catch all of these stories and more, and also those sports updates. Before I go, I want to check one more time. Let's see. Everyone's saying go Dogs. Someone was asking about the headline story. That was that story that I just went over again about the Port Wentworth shooting that is being investigated now as a murder-suicide. Again, all of these stories are on our website, and we post them on social media. So if you want to go and read the complete story, you can do that. Click on that, and it'll take you right to it. I do want to thank you all for joining me here on The News Now. We'll have a weather update coming up for you a little later tonight on The News Now, and we'll make sure you catch that. With all these football games going on, we want to make sure that rain stays out of our forecast, and we'll have that for you coming up tonight. Again, thank you for your comments, and thank you for joining me.